It's recording paused. What's that all about?
Didn't it's recording? There we go, Matt.
What's up, people? Um, well,
Hold up. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
all right, people. It's been a busy 2 weeks. We took a couple weeks off, trying to recoup, I guess, a little bit. We had bronchitis or sinus infections and stuff just running rampant up here in mid Michigan. And it being Thanksgiving 2 weeks ago, things just didn't click. But now we're back. We're gonna talk some wrestling. You're gonna get 2 episodes for the next 2 weeks. Buckle up. Um, so this is kind of just a rehash of what we've missed and kind of like the high spots of what's happening on all platforms, I guess.
There we go. So we're talking Matt, and we can just jump right into this episode is brought to you by the Hulk Hogan's Beach Shop, Clearwater, Florida. And if anybody's interested, go there, check it out. Cool place.
Yeah, check it out. If you're a wrestling fan, go, and you're in Orlando, you gotta check that place out.
Also brought to you by McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
We're loving it. Anyway,
So, we're gonna get a sponsor out of this one of these days.
One of these days, somebody will say, "Yep, there they go."
You know,
AEW.
You know, we had couple the week that we didn't do a show. All hell breaks loose.
Right.
Kenny Omega goes and he wins the championship, beats Moxley. Sting returns.
Sting returns.
Sting returns to AEW.
Wow. Let's talk about AEW that week, man. That was so cool. To be
that was AEW stepped up their game.
Right.
But it took bringing back a guy who honestly should be done wrestling to do that.
And that's where my brother and I disagree. I think, of course, Sting is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. He's probably my favorite wrestler altogether. And I mean, I agree. Yeah, Matt, I agree with you partially that a lot of these old guys. I mean, I could say the Undertaker. I could say even The Rock. They're old enough where they should just stop before they get really hurt.
To the point where I think I'm glad that John Cena walked away and he won't come back.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't come back. I really do.
He doesn't need to.
No.
He's gone enough.
So are you hearing that in the background? I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I believe.
But yeah, I guess I should probably turn on my Facebook and follow this so I can see who's watching.
So that series, that AEW episode, it was a good episode. I mean, they had the Chris Jericho MJF thing in their group, not getting along, and then they had a match with Cody Rhodes and Sting, not Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin tag teaming.
Do we get more people watching on YouTube than we do Facebook usually?
Some I don't know. It varied last time, so I don't have anybody watching anywhere. Who watching on Facebook, but that episode was
on YouTube because I want to follow the chat so I don't miss any.
All right. So you had Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes getting beat down by I can't remember. It's been a couple weeks.
That one was that was after the It was Darby and Cody versus those two jackwagons Taz had with them.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Right. So they started to beat down, and then all of a sudden it went black and it started snowing in the arena, and boom, there was Sting. He cleared the arena. He cleared the mat, the ring area, and he walked down, and it was in fashionable Sting style. Took out his bat, went up to Cody Rhodes, looked at him, went to Arn Anderson, said something to him, went over to Darby Allin, was in the corner sitting down, looked at him kind of cockeyed, and left.
I mean, it was a good. That was a very good segment.
Very good segment. You had, I mean, that was set up well by AEW. I think AEW needed big pops like those. That in the championship match with Moxley and Kenny Omega. They needed those two wrestling matches to save that the winner's coming. But
that one thing that I wasn't sure on, and I still haven't, and I'm sure people are going to be like, "Well, you're not a wrestling fan, you don't know who this guy is." Who is Don Callis? Is he someone that I should know?
Don Callis?
Yeah.
He's an announcer over at TNT. Or Impact, I believe. I believe he's an announcer.
I've never heard of the guy.
Yeah, he's an announcer from Impact, I believe. Maybe, I don't know if Rick, I think he's watching on Facebook, he was. But he's an announcer from Impact. Evidently, fast forward to Kenny Omega winning the championship belt over Moxley was via interference by Callis. Evidently, as the story reads, they've known each other since NJPW, the New Japan Wrestling.
Well, they knew that. Well, supposedly, Don Callis knew Kenny's dad.
Right. That's how the story's playing way back. Yeah. And real quick, that Sting episode, it ended really cool. Everybody was thinking that at the end of the night, what's he gonna do? Or so then later on in the show, we'll talk about AEW when he came back. But no, Kenny Omega, that was a good match with Moxley, but you kind of figured that he'd win anyways because
they had that gentleman's agreement that they wouldn't cheat.
Yeah.
And Kenny did. I mean, he technically cheated.
Well, if you ask him, this is what he says, man. This is what he said in his interview on Impact the following Tuesday. He said, "I didn't cheat."
That went out the window when you touched my father figure.
He said, when you touched my father figure, you would do just the same as me, and I just popped you in the nose with the microphone. So I was just doing what a kid would do for his father. So and I like that angle. That was pretty cool. But I guess Callis and Omega must know each other a long time ago.
Yeah, and sounds like I said, they knew each other. Apparently, Kenny's dad was a manager or a wrestler back in like Alberta or whatever, like up in Canada.
Right, and so but that match with Moxley, you watch any of that?
Yeah, that was a
good match.
That definitely is in contention for my match of the year.
Okay. You kind of figured the outcome would be a Kenny Omega winning it. Moxley's having a child, I don't know if they had the baby yet or not. He had a child, or he's gonna have a child, and he's gonna take a few weeks off.
They're not really. They're not. They just found out, so Renee's not having.
Oh, I thought she had her baby already. I thought it was like real close.
Oh, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch just had theirs.
So, he's taking some time off probably. I have a feeling, Matt, that you're going to see people like Omega and Moxley doing some side things, with, I have a feeling you're going to see Impact and AEW, and I think Tony Khan has more money than we think he does, and He's gonna.
Oh shoot, he owns the Jags. He owns a MLS, not some major soccer team over in Europe.
Right.
He
So
owns, yeah.
he's gonna, and he showed up. He showed up on Impact too. That was pretty epic. But
He's got enough money that he can go out and buy Snoop Dogg for a night. He
right,
can buy Shaquille O'Neal for a night.
right.
He can do whatever he wants. And that Shaquille O'Neal segment with Brandy.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, that was epic. That was pretty sweet. But after that AEW came, there was SmackDown. It was boring as hell. SmackDown needs to do something. Then we went to the pay-per-view that I think is going to rank up with one of the best pay-per-views in a long time this year, 2020, and that's that NXT Wargames.
Wargames was freaking phenomenal.
I looked at a lot of reviews, and everybody, I guess including myself, and I'm not a big NXT fan, but I'm going to start watching it. Again, I'll say their arena, their surroundings, amazing. I'm going to say that this is one of the best pay-per-views I watched. War Games. They brought back the two sides, two rings.
They've been doing this for the last 3 years. This is the third year, and every year they keep pushing the envelope. Every year they keep getting better and better. Right. It was definitely a it ranks in the top 5 pay-per-views for the whole year for sure.
We started out with Team Candice defeating Team Shotzi in a women's war game match. What do you think on that? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, it got really hot. Got really loud.
Sorry.
I think the entrance with Shotzi with the when she rebuilt her tank, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was.
I enjoyed that. I do. The wrong team won, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I mean, because you have a bunch of hodgepodge. I don't know. I didn't like who they had winning, but that's professional wrestling.
Right. Absolutely, 100%.
You can't always have your face team beating the heels. It just doesn't.
I will say that match was action filled for sure. I mean, them ladies.
It was number two.
Yeah.
The men's War Games match, then this one.
Yep, I agree with you, man. That women's match where they were high flying, they were throwing each other around the ring, they were looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, that spot with where she jumped off the top of the cage with the trash can around her.
Yeah.
That was pretty, I enjoyed that part.
We're talking fake. We're talking, predetermined matches, who's going to win, but putting your body through all that stuff, that's just epic. That's incredible, man. That's incredible. So,
your sleeves up really good, honey.
I think Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher.
That was number 3 on my list.
Yeah, Ciampa, man, he's a bad. I love that guy.
Tommaso busted Timothy Thatcher in the ear and just busted his eardrum and just blood pouring out of his ear. I promise you that wasn't supposed to happen, but it was yeah.
So everybody that's watching us on YouTube or Facebook, chime in, comment, send questions. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
So Dexter Lumis defeating Cameron Grimes in the strap match.
I love the Dexter Lumis character. I hate Cameron Grimes. I think he's absolute garbage. To the moon. I'm going to the moon.
He's the long-haired dude, right?
Yeah, he's the one that had the little top hat and yeah.
Cameron Grimes, reminds me of that guy with the mustache that fights back in the 50s. You know?
Like that. What's that tag team they had?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
What was their names? I can't remember. Like Simon Gotch and
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But Dexter Lumis, I mean, I'm glad to see him win. That played into a lot of storyline at the near the end, in NXT. So they built a lot. There's, I think,
Used to be on TNA, if I remember
I
right.
think so. Yeah,
He was Sam Shaw.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that was a good match. I mean, the whole NXT, that whole War Games, they put their bodies through hell, and it's just amazing to me to see the product that they're producing. And I was a non-believer of that. I was not a NXT fan whatsoever, but
Well,
I'm becoming an NXT fan for sure.
the triple threat match, it had its spots, but it was, again, too predictable.
Yep.
That was my only problem with it, because you knew Johnny Gargano wasn't going to he wasn't going to have that match be a clean match.
No, that's when the mask guy, the scary guys came out from everywhere.
There were 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then the part that was, I mean, I popped a little bit when I saw it. Now, it wasn't a huge pop, but it popped a little bit when Austin Theory took the mask off and
yeah, he hasn't been around a while, and that was huge, man. That was a big, oh my god. I have a huge pop though that blew that one away, but yeah, that you knew that Gargano was gonna win. A lot of action again, and you knew that scary guy from the other pay-per-views was gonna show up, and it was awesome that So in Austin Theory, that was awesome that they have him doing it. That was his part.
Did you catch what he said? It was me all along, Austin.
Yeah. Yeah. So, then the Undisputed Era defeated Team McAfee. The right team won.
Now, I'm going to say this. Coming into this match, I hated Pat McAfee. I think he's your heel. You hate that guy. Especially if you're an Adam Cole fan like I am.
Yep.
You hate Pat McAfee. He's a loudmouth. You just need to shut up and leave wrestling. He's not a professional wrestler. But he is.
He proved himself, bro.
His moonsault and that spot he took off the top of the cage, amazing.
That top,
like, what?
That jump off the top of the cage was huge, man.
He did a swanton.
Yeah, dude.
Off the top of the cage. You're like, what?
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, what? But yeah, that took balls. That was like, it did, dude. I wouldn't do it.
He hang down by his calves after that.
I mean, you're a kicker in a football league. You're gonna do some. You're gonna swanton bomb off of a top of a cage on. No, you're not.
Well, that moonsault he did was perfect.
Yeah.
Like there's guys that were in that ring that couldn't pull off that.
No, you're right, 100%. I was waiting for Finn Balor to come in there and interfere somehow.
Oh, my big pop for that match was when, and I'm an Adam Cole fan, when he took that chair shot, it looked like he caught it like when they did that little, who did it to him? Was it Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
Pete Dunne put his neck across the top of that chair.
Yeah.
I was like,
they didn't leave anything off. They didn't leave anything on the table on that match. They went all out. That was an awesome match. That whole pay-per-view, again, like I said, was an A- through and through.
There was only one truly bad match, and that was that strap match, I think.
Yeah.
The strap match just wasn't.
That's still, in my opinion, got a B. They played it very well.
Match of the night.
Yeah.
Worst match of the night gets a B.
Yeah.
I mean,
but no, McAfee, man. If we're putting together, guys. We're putting together our version of the Slammies. It's the HPW Slammies, and dude, he Well, he's been putting on a show since he's been in at NXT.
He's done 2 matches. He's had 2 matches, and both matches have been, in my opinion, three stars or more.
Right. So, great pay-per-view. And then you finish that. Then you start into this last week's, a week ago, Monday Night Raw. You had Asuka beating Shayna Baszler by a pinfall. Yeah. Dana Brooks and Ricochet beat Slapjack and Reckoning by pinfall. I'm so sick of.
Honestly, I think Reckoning just needs to go away.
Reckoning, yeah, they need to go away. They are NXT people that couldn't make it, and Vince, if you're listening to me, you need to get rid of that. Get rid of them. Get rid of that. Send them back to ROH. I don't know what you're going to do with them, but send them somewhere.
Well, they sent Keith Lee back to the Performance Center.
Did they?
Yeah. They sent Keith. They said that he was too green in the ring and he wasn't something that they can build on.
I've noticed that he does. There's some spots he's missed that you can see as a fan sitting there watching. He's missed some spots, but there's nothing for him to do. I think that's what's wrong with that WWE Raw and part of SmackDown is compared to NXT. NXT is full of crazy guys and females trying to do busting their balls, trying to make it to the big show. And these people, I'm sorry, WWE people, you guys are like lacking. And maybe it's just because I'm so used to the product that I'm expecting more out of the product, but I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's kind of an issue. Is that we got spoiled with the Attitude Era,
I think so.
And that we expect more, and it just doesn't happen. We're expecting big pops like Austin coming out with the big beard and just doing that kind of stuff. The Rock coming out, and we're expecting those kind of pops, and we're not getting them.
Right. I mean, Kofi Kingston beat Sheldon Benjamin by a pinfall and then lost to Cedric Alexander by pinfall. The Hurt Business, go away, please.
It's the poor man's nation.
It is. And I think they have MVP on there trying to fill a spot, and he needs. We were talking, Matt. You talked about Sting and Undertaker and all those guys that need to stay away. Unfortunately, MVP, you're not a Sting. Never were a Sting.
No. MVP at the very best of the mid-card kind of.
I mean,
never a main event person.
Even this guy, even that guy. They're using him. They're using him in a role, in a family story role, which it works. But the story's over. Rey Mysterio, go away.
He needs to retire. I mean,
he does.
The guys that go make movies. Go
right.
Go do that. Hulk Hogan ruined it for everyone, I think. Hulk Hogan kept doing it.
Yep.
Ric Flair kept doing it. Unfortunately, Sting is following in that process as well.
Right.
Undertaker kept coming back over and over and over again.
Right.
I don't know if I was told the story on the last, after Survivor Series, but when Taker, did you watch that Kane Undertaker?
I have not watched. No, I've not watched that yet.
It's really good. He tells a story on there because Kane wanted to know why, or if he knew, how long he asked why he chose Brock Lesnar to beat the streak.
Right.
And he looked right into the camera and said, I did not pick Brock Lesnar. He says, I was set to beat Brock Lesnar at Mania. I had picked Roman Reigns the following year to beat the streak.
Gotcha.
That's who Taker wanted Roman to beat the streak. Well, Vince had it set up where Taker was going to win in New Orleans. Taker was going to win in New Orleans. He was ready. He knew up until the day of that he was going to beat Brock Lesnar. He shows up to the arena, to the Superdome in New Orleans, the day of the match, and Vince comes up to him and says, "Sorry, bud, you're gonna put Brock over tonight." And Taker's all like, "What? Okay." And he goes, "Fine." Taker, being the Vince guy he is, said, "What are you gonna do?"
Right.
I'm all right, boss. You know, if you think that's right.
Oh, I read an article here today. I was shocked. Matter of fact, I was irritated. There's rumors. Well, you know that The Rock wanted to come back they want The Rock to come back at this coming WrestleMania to fight Roman Reigns. They want to set that storyline. That's a great storyline, etc., etc. But The Rock,
same thing. Rock doesn't want to do it.
His schedule won't allow him to do it until 2022. So there's a couple of scenarios. In one scenario, I hope that they don't pull this scenario, they're going to have Brock Lesnar come back. I'm done seeing Brock Lesnar in WWE.
If Brock we only have 3 people watching this on YouTube and whoever else is out on Facebook. If Brock Lesnar comes back and takes the strap from Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, I will become an AEW. That will be the brand that I start focusing on. I will not watch another. I can't do that.
Right.
Because Brock Lesnar has been away from wrestling since WrestleMania.
Yep.
And that was in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. He's been gone for 8 months. Does anyone care if he's been gone?
Nope.
No. No one cares about that guy. He needs to just stay away.
Sure.
He's just like Sting. He's just like Rey Mysterio. He's like any other guy who's held a major title on WWE, WCW during the Attitude Era. Go away. You don't need to be around anymore.
I wouldn't put Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry. I wouldn't put Sting and Rey Mysterio in the Brock Lesnar category. I think Brock Lesnar just needs to stay away, period. Now, is Sting and Rey Mysterio too old to wrestle? Yes. But their character, their respect for the business is more than Brock Lesnar. If that makes any sense.
Lesnar's about money.
Sting and Mysterio love the business. Brock Lesnar is about the money. And that's it. I only have one really big pop of the day for Monday Night Raw. And it was throughout the whole show. It was a Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss. And in the beginning, it was the match at the end. I mean, there's mind games going on. I love it when Orton and Bray Wyatt did the mind games back in the about 6-7 months ago, or however long ago when he burned down the house.
Well, that was a couple of years ago.
Well, a couple of years ago. I love it. I love the mind games that both of them are able to play with each other, play with other characters. But Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, you knew it wasn't going to be a count. It wasn't going to be a pinfall. It wasn't going to be anything. They're going to have crazy finishes until the pay-per-view. But that finish, man, you got I don't know how they pulled it off, real quick. I know how they pulled it off with the lights out, but that change, man, and
yeah,
that was fast.
They turned Fiends like that.
Yeah, that was fast. That was a cool ending. I liked it. I'm not a huge Fiend fan. I can't stand the Butterfly Funhouse. I know it's not called Butterfly Funhouse. Stupid fly, whatever. I don't care what you call it. Hogan's Beat Shop. Don't forget to stop right there. Don't forget to check it out. No, I don't like the Funhouse. I kind of dig the Alexa Bliss character now. She's pretty cool. But it was pretty cool to see the ending of that match at the end. That was absolutely the only pop of the night.
Yeah. But yeah, so, I think we caught up fairly well.
Yeah.
I have to watch. Tonight's Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, do you want to talk about the recap? The next Wednesday, they had NXT last Wednesday's NXT. Not really.
Nothing really big happened. I don't feel.
No. Johnny Gargano came out with Candice LeRae, Austin Theory, and for a promo about winning their matches. Damian Priest came out to fight them, but Cameron Cross, that was pretty cool.
Oh, Killer Cross?
Yeah, he came out and beat the living. So that whole group showed up in the ring, and Priest.
Killer Cross is should be able to be in the title conversation.
You should. Shortly. But Damian Priest was up the ramp and Killer Cross came out. That was pretty cool. If you didn't watch that episode or that part, Matt, watch that part. It was pretty cool.
Well, I'm really, really excited. I hope Finn got my Finn shirt on today.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back soon. I know he's got the jaw issue still.
He made an announcement on that. Back. I thought he made an announcement on that show saying he was going to be back. AEW that Wednesday also. Their promos were good. Their matches sucked. They started with Cody Rhodes and with Arn Anderson and in the ring, and Cody Rhodes is talking about Darby Allin. And Tony Schiavone was in the ring for an interview with him, and Tony wanted Cody's reaction to Sting appearance last week. That week, and then all of a sudden the music started again, and Sting came out, and old Jim Ross is going, "Why is he here? Why is he here? And Sting approached and said, he's here. He wants to do something business with Cody Rhodes, but not yet. And what he wants to do is focus on Darby Allin. Matter of fact, I wrote down the quote. I looked up what he said because it was whispering. It said, Sting asked Tony Schiavone for a hug and thanked him for helping him out during his career. Schiavone and Anderson excused themselves, but first Sting asked Tony to say it's Sting. So Tony went up and said, "It's Sting," and the crowd shouted, "This is awesome." Cody welcomed Sting back and said, I've been waiting to share the ring with you for a long time." And Sting said, "Cody, I'm not here for you, at least not right now." There's something really familiar about this place, said Sting as he gestured to Darby Allin, who's up in the stands. And he says, "I'm in the jungle. I'm on TNT, and I've come full circle. Like I said, sir, welcome back," is what Cody said. And Sting said this, "Cody, I know you know every single thing that goes on in this place, but the only thing that's for sure about Sting is nothing is sure. Except this. I am signed with AEW, and I plan on being close to AEW fans and in this promotion for a long time. I plan on spending a lot of time right here, but the way I choose to play it is my business. See you around, kid, and Sting left. So it sounds like Sting is going to do things Sting way, and he left. And I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do. He's focused on Darby Allin before he focuses on Cody Rhodes. I don't know if he wants a title shot with Darby Allin. I kind of hope not.
Well, at least I don't know. I don't think they won't throw him in very many matches. I would hope.
No, I would hope not. And you mentioned earlier, bro. I have to agree with you. The Shaq segment was cool. I loved how was it Britt that just said I'm tired of this shit, and she threw a glass of water on him.
Yeah.
And the facial recognition, the facial expression from Shaq was priceless.
Huh? What?
But that chick that he's with, man, she's bad, dude.
Well, I'd say there's two. You talk about the promos and that we've seen. The cleaner is definitely back, but he's also the collector.
Yeah.
Kenny has made his turn completely.
Yep.
And it is perfect because he even brought back the good. I must bid you adieu.
Right.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang!
Yep.
I mean, that was my big pop when I was watching those promos and he did that back-to-back shows. And he's one of the great promos in that company.
I knew when I seen it on TNT Impact when he did that, I was like, bro, I hope my brother's watching this because he's been waiting for Kenny Omega to say that.
I am a Kenny fan. I like now that we get that Kenny, I might start watching AEW more.
And Impact too. Who knows?
You know, like you get that Kenny is the Kenny I loved over in New Japan when he was doing that kind of stuff. And he was the cleaner. He was the the cleaner, the collector, or whatever he wants to call himself now. But so on Thursday, 3 short days from now, we'll review this week. Next week we'll run a Monday show. I don't know what the Monday show was for.
It's the year in review, you said.
No, next Monday is what? No, next Monday is TLC.
Yeah, TLC at noon.
So coming Sunday we have on pay-per-view TLC. We'll talk more about that on Thursday, leading into it. We'll end the show that way on Thursday.
On what Thursday we'll do Monday Night Raw and AEW and AEW and NXT.
Yeah.
That'll be a 2:30 show, guys that are watching. 2:30 show. Then you're gonna on the 21st, you're gonna see a TLC at noon. We're gonna give you a early Christmas Eve show. Noon or no? 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock my time.
We're gonna do our
Eastern Standard Time.
We're gonna do HPW Slammies.
Yeah, it'll be a very brief, maybe 45-minute long show.
Right, and then we're gonna do on New Year on 29th. We're gonna do a year in review. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. I am so super excited. I think my brother's excited too. We had over 700 views on our last video. That's pretty cool for two brothers talking nonsense about wrestling, I guess. Again,
Next Monday, we might have either next Monday or maybe we'll have a third party for our Christmas Eve episode.
okay. And I don't want to give names or anything like that, but I know on my side, I'm talking to some people. Can't promise anything. There's two that want to come on the show, maybe in January. I don't know. But what I think my brother would agree. I hope you agree, Matt. We need you guys to comment in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what you'd like to see. Let us know if there's something you see that we can improve on. Hey, we're willing to make changes. Let us see. Also, thumbs up.
I really hoping my sound quality is better this time because I knew we had some issues with because I was filming with the phone, and I hope the sound quality is better.
Subscribe to the channel. You know it. Do it. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Comment below, please. Other than that, I'm better than you.
And you know it.
And you know it. And as we can say,
good. I must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bang.
Peace out. Nothing like the. All right, bro. See ya.
See ya.